How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I unlocked all 30 of the All-Star Game Team Affinity vouchers, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And I'm kind of thinking a lot of people are probably at a very similar spot to where I am, but I've completed all of the Team Affinities up to the 285,000 mark, earning this All-Star Game voucher. And I think the most important thing to do is to make sure you have all the Color Storm cards and parallel them up to that first tier, because that gives you a huge boost in this Team Affinity in general. If you are way behind, I would say try to complete all those tasks in order to unlock all the XP that you need. The Color Storm players are pretty important. However, when you're grinding for those Color Storm players, there's a good chance that you're going to also unlock the Team Affinity Captain if you haven't done so already, like the very first one in that My Jolt series. But I was just kind of going through because I still had about 7 or 8 more vouchers that I needed to unlock, and I wanted to make sure that I'm 100% ready to go for all of this All-Star Game content that's coming up. I know there's going to be an All-Star Game pack that goes along with the All-Star Game. Whoever gets the MVP is probably going to get a very high overall card, maybe at like a 98 or a 99. And this is going to be the biggest drop of the entire year. It's kind of like the peak of MLB The Show, especially MLB The Show 25. But usually every single year, the All-Star Game stuff is some of the best content we get up until the finest. And as you can see, I already have a couple of the finest vouchers just because I have been playing and grinding this game a ton this year. I've been playing just about every single day. But with that being said, let me know where you guys are at on your Team Affinity grind. Let me know where you're at with the Color Storm stuff. Are you guys working on this, or are you kind of just waiting? I think there's still a couple more days. I guess you could put this off, but remember that double XP ends on July 3rd. So if you're trying to get ready and get all these vouchers before July 11th, then I think right now is like the perfect time to grind these out. Try and get as much parallel XP as possible, complete those missions, get all those vouchers. We don't really know who's going to be included in this, right? Some teams have multiple All-Stars. A couple players kind of got snubbed with the voting as well, so curious to see if we're going to get some extra cards during Weekend Classic for those guys, or maybe some additional cards right after the program is released. I don't know exactly what they're going to do, but I know there's going to be a lot of stuff to play for, and I wanted to make sure that I was 100% ready to go to collect pretty much 30 brand new cards. And then I think there's going to be a pretty good collection to go along with that. So you're going to want to have all these vouchers. You're going to want to have all the free players, at least, that you're able to get. The Home Run Derby is going to feature a choice pack, as well as the All-Star Game, like I mentioned earlier. But those 2 packs are probably going to be pretty expensive. We should see a lot of really good cards in those 2 things. But then you would imagine they're going to surprise us with something, right? They're going to have some type of surprise that maybe they haven't done before. So we got to be ready for everything. I've also been talking a lot about a lot of information in some of my recent videos, and mainly the reason for that is because we're at the peak of MLB The Show 25, and I want you guys to be able to enjoy the content and play for whatever it is you want to unlock. And I think anybody can get this stuff. There's a lot of things you could be doing right now, right? I've talked a lot about Diamond Quest. Right now people are playing for these All-Star vouchers. People are playing, ranked seasons, getting ready for Weekend Classic. There's a lot of stuff to do right now in the game, and I'm just trying to provide, kind of where I'm at with a lot of things. I've planned out a lot of these videos in advance, leading up to some of these key dates. Today we have the Sammy Sosa card that we're all able to unlock, so that should be live here in a little bit. We'll be able to get that card. We have the Lightning program, or the collection, coming out. I guess the final program as well as the collection. We're going to be checking out to see who that card is. And I don't know. I don't know if I'll complete that collection right away. I'll probably wait for a couple days or just a little bit of time before I make that decision, just because there's so much stuff coming out in the game. I want to make sure that I make the best decision and give you guys some good advice with that. I'm probably waiting for Weekend Classic, like I've talked a lot about recently. But I'm kind of hoping that some of these cards have some big name players, right? I mentioned that a little bit ago, but like, for example, Ketel Marte could end up winning the MVP, and he could, be the featured player in that choice pack. But I hope they just put a couple good cards in these Team Affinities or for the voucher. I kind of think PCA might win the MVP this year. That guy is incredible baseball player. Hope he wins the MVP just because his card would be insane in this game. But this is going to finish off the video. That's going to do it for this one. We have a lot of stuff coming out. try to make sure that you're ready to go, because I know when that stuff happens, everybody's going to be scrambling to try to get everything done as quickly as they can, and some people are probably going to be a little bit upset that they didn't have everything ready to go. Until next time, I'm College Lefty, and peace out.